a 5 or 10 yard marker, hold it up by the little thing. They all three of them walk over. The person who has the middle part puts it down, and the other two just kind of stretch it out and put it down. It is as manual as you can get. So the NFL, and I understand they didn't want to put necessarily anything on the ball or in the ball in terms of um a chip or something, because it would change the way it could throw, change the weight balance. Football players are very touchy about the balls they play with on the field. So they're going to use 8K cameras.
Threw that on the field in there real quick.
I did, yes. Yes, I'm trying to be good.
Yes.
So they're going to use a various Sony 8K camera. I shouldn't say various. It's going to be a Sony 8K camera, but it's 6 8K cameras. So they're going to track where the ball is. So it's going to do a digital recreation, basically. It's going to be similar to what they use now, but it's going to be, because right now, a lot of times, if you watch football, you have someone trying to run and they're stretching their arm out. So that it isn't just the point of the ball you're interested in, it's, wherever they're reaching at, or there's a giant pile up. And if you can get a very high tech, and this is a switch that's going to happen this year.
Mm-hmm.
So they say it's only going to take 30 seconds to measure. They were testing it last year. So they hope this will take a little bit of something out in terms of, the ref marked the ball wrong. Well, no, now we can take that out of it.
Yeah, and I'm scanning this article here, and it's saying they are not removing the chain gang. It's going to be a secondary, like the chain gang will become secondary actually. So between that and the Hawkeye system will take around 30 seconds to measure the ball, whereas the chain gang takes 40. So you're saving 10 seconds on this thing, but still it's a lifetime when you come to TV, right? Mm-hmm. Although, football does take kind of forever to get from one play to the next typically. Well, there you go. That's it says they're going to do this in all 30 U.S. NFL stadiums and international venues. Mm-hmm. I presume they kind of set this up on the fly as they go here. So this Hawkeye technology has become, according to The Verge here, as an integral part of other sports like soccer, cricket, rugby, and even tennis. So, and I think this is that sideline offsides cameras that I think that have come up in discussion in the past. So,
cool. I want to say, without looking, I think this is the same one they use in tennis to see if the ball's in or out or not.
Mm-hmm.
So we unfortunately will not have a repeat of, and kids look at the old YouTube videos of John McEnroe from the early 80s completely losing his mind, yelling at people.
Is he the one that snapped the racket over his that classic one? Okay. There you go. I'm not up on my soccer. So we'll get into more of your sportiness here later in the show, though. Let's get into our next awesome thing of the week. Bye. It's Katie. Oh, man, those levels are all over the place. Katie, what do you got?
Hey, I got Pokey Tax.
You got what?
So, okay, I just found this and I'm very excited about it. So it's an accounting startup has turned tax prep into a Pokemon showdown game. And the article they say that they swear this is not a April Fool's joke. But essentially it runs on the open source Pokemon game, Pokemon Showdown. And you can click on the link, but you go through and it helps you file your taxes.
Okay.
Pokemon battles and tax preparation collide. Click on that link.
I'm clicking on that link.
Oh, yeah, gotta file them all.
Gotta file them all. Poke tax battle. Enter your trainer name.
Yep. You can answer tech. Yep. You want to battle with tax-themed Pokemon? Collect badges by defeating gym leaders. Defeat the Tax Elite Four, become champion. Get your actual
I'm
tax
not
forms at
gonna
the
put
end?
my actual thing in here. We're just gonna go with this. Okay, we're just gonna go with what's in there. So, okay, I am in a Pokemon game. I am controlling another text filer trying to waste my time. Okay. There you go. Your tax documents, full tax documents, form 1040 in Pokemon. Defeat champion. Okay, let's see what happens here. I can't do it. Oh, yeah, apparently that's something I have to do. Okay, I'm Giovanni, and I don't tolerate sloppy tax returns. Your W-2s better be perfect, or you'll regret challenging me. Oh, I'm in a Pokemon battle. Let's see. Giovanni CPA wants to battle and send out Nido King. I am, of course. It's the Battle Squirtle one. I'm going to Destructive Wave. Let's see what happens here. Click to continue. What will you do? Battle recovered. What will you do? Okay. Let's do a normal and fight. Oh no! What is your total W-2 wages for the year? tax battle section. I'm just gonna say I don't know if it. Wait, box. What this would be box one found. I'm just putting in numbers right now.
Sure.
There you go. Okay. Oh, my HP's down. Oh no. What does that mean? So, battle recovered. What will you do? Hit fight. Let's try. Destructive wave. Okay. What federal income tax was withheld from your paychecks? I don't know. 3,000, whatever. I don't know. Oh, my HP's down again. What did I do? Oh no, run away. Run away, run away, run away. I can't run for this fight. Get back to battling. Nice try, but offshore accounts won't save you now. Oh man, this is tremendous.
Yep. So now we know how we're all doing our taxes.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to send this to
I must say, to be honest, I use TurboTax, and you literally, I mean, in terms of the front end, you could make it completely different from click here, move here, click here, move here. You know, look at carrot weather.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hey meatbag, is it? I think you're going to be hot and sweaty today. You know, you could
Really
literally
bouncing back from the ball save there.
Yeah. So, so I'm sending it to some people and see what they'd say about it. So I didn't know that there was an open source Pokemon game.
I didn't either. But now we know.
That's the side news that you can do something like this with. Awesome. So that is PokeTax. Wait, how do I wait? So I linked to it, and it's this long thing. Yeah. Well, of course. Gotta deduct them all. PokeTax. Like when you search for it, I end up with Pokedex. So PokeTax.
Oh, geez. So I'm reading further down in this article, and notably in 2023, there was a dating style game, Tax Heaven 3000, where users went on a date with an avatar named Iris who asked questions to help complete a tax form.
This sounds familiar.
How do we not know about this?
Oh, no. That sounds familiar, actually. I feel like we might have talked about that. Or I heard about it somewhere, but that definitely that sounds familiar. So, good to hear. Good to hear that this is going down.
Oh my! I clicked on the Tax Haven 3000.
Mm-hmm.
There's a collector's edition which is sold out.
What?
Which was the software box and instruction manual, the installation disc and case, and the body pillow of the character.
What? Where's this
Click
at?
on a collector's edition on the left.
Collector's edition. Okay.
Wait.
Iris character sold out. There's no picture in this.
Okay, I have a picture rotating. It's 50 centimeters by 160 centimeters.
Let me do this. Oh, okay, I turned off U-Block Origin on this thing, and now I'm getting the images. Okay. So, okay, Turbo. Hello, Turbo. Collector's edition, and there we go. It's
wait for it to rotate.
All right, in the box.
There it is.
That is a body pillow. That is a body pillow. Half of it's in Japanese. Love and taxes forever, my heart. Oh boy, There's an X-rated patch. Wait a minute. Hold on, I'm gonna click off before I plug this.
Of course there is. I mean,
No, it goes to Wattpad, and it's apparently it's something called Iris Learns a Lesson with a dog or something. So
I just did a quick conversion for that pillow.
mm-hmm.
It's 5 feet tall.
It is
I
5
mean,
feet
it's a
tall.
full-size body pillow.
There you go. That's
intern John sized.
if you want an intern John side, coming to the AwesomeCast.shop. Wow, that's fun. I've learned so much today. So you have a few options. Well, this is of course for if you haven't done your 2023 taxes, 2022 taxes. Apparently, you have some options here. So I got something with a certificate, guys, for my awesome thing. Actually, I found this today because I looked in the box. I'm like, what's this envelope? No, I needed a monitor. I need monitors really bad. I've been really kind of schlepping. I had a really okay Asus monitor that we got from somewhere. We had a couple of them, and Missy got this like arm thing. It was like, I need one. This one doesn't mount, and it's not the same, and they need to be the same. So she stole my monitor. So I've had like the worst Dell monitor for like 6 months now trying to edit videos. And I said, it's update season right now. We have a lot of projects going on. So there's a lot of things we're updating to make sure that we're good with, the big SAE season this year. And we're doing a lot of streaming. So there's a lot of fun stuff happening there. So I picked up one, and then I was like, okay, this is nice. I'm going to get a second one. And I kind of didn't know how nice of a thing that I was getting, especially for the price. So what I got was the Asus, how do we say that? Pro Art Display, the 24-inch model. And this is... There's several sizes of them. This is what I've gone with. There's even a touch version, actually. It's only going for $175 on Amazon right now. It is it's a 1610, not a 16:9, by the way, if you like a little bit different resolution. That wasn't the reason I picked up that, but it was just like, I need a nice new monitor so my videos actually look like what they're going to look like when I edit them. And along with that, and I'll be honest, I didn't exactly research this. It was like, it had all the things I wanted: the size, the resolution, and even looking into it, it's like a 1920 by 1200, 1610 monitor, RGB, all that kind of stuff. The reviews looked good, the price was good, and I went for it. And then I was like, oh wait, it's actually the Pro Art series is verified color corrected. Your Pro Art display is a Kalman verified and calibrated for creative perfection with precision performance customizable to your needs with Asus Pro Art palette and Pro Art preset. Your Pro Art display is ready to help you realize your creative vision. So there you go. And then along with it, on the bottom of my monitor, along the edge, is a roller. So this is made for Photoshoppers, right? So either way, and it's going to be great for my Final Cut editing as well. And as it is, just even having two monitors that look the same, because I had a Walmart like on brand display, and it just like destroyed the blacks. Like really bad on imagery and videos and things like that. I have these giant blocks where there are no blocks and things like that. It's been an issue we've seen when because we use those for, just as preview monitors when we're out and about for live shows, things that can take some damage. We won't get mad if somebody drops it, So this was a big thing, a big upgrade for me, because now it's been a lot smoother. I feel like I'm a little more confident in what I'm putting out there before I put it up. Until then, the closest thing to see, okay, what does this video actually look like, is my iPhone, because that thing's kind of calibrated in its own way, and videos just look, you have a better idea what the videos are going to look like. That's always been a concern with me, is I send a video and they're like, this looks wrong, this looks like this, and this. I'm just like, what are you watching it on? What kind of monitor do you have? You know what I mean? So it's like things sound different in your headphones versus somebody else's like cruddy speakers or something like that, right? So either way, start with the good stuff, and then if you're making it, on something that's calibrated for this, the colors are going to look right. You know that, the color grading isn't weird. Like, I recently got, because my monitor, I couldn't see. I honestly couldn't tell certain aspects. I was getting details from somebody that says, yeah, you need to recalibrate this. I'm like, okay. So, it's a learning thing. And so that's the Asus ProArt displays. If you're in any kind of graphics video kind of thing, these look like they're really nice for this. And again, they're only going for like they only retail for $189, so they're affordable, and they seem to be pretty decent so far. With about a week working on these, and then yesterday and today are the first days that I've had both of them to actually be nice to. So now I don't have oh no, all the art needs to go on the right monitor because that's the better of the two. You know what I mean? So even just like, oh cool, I can throw After Effects over here and work on these graphics and bring them over to the Final Cut, but leave them both up on the same screen. That won't be a problem. The resolution is better. I feel like I got a little bit more room than I did with the other ones before. So definitely so far, first couple of days hands-on, I have a pretty high recommendation for these guys. So go check that out if you're interested. We'll have the link in the show notes, of course. So Katie, did you ever find out what kind of monitor you had? Because I was looking for that link a while ago.
Yes, I sent you the Amazon link, and now
okay.
I cannot remember what it is. It's a Samsung of some sort.
Samsung, and Samsungs are really good too. I mean, honestly, the Samsung freaking plasma display we have in the back of the studio is still my favorite thing to watch anything on, and it's what we watch all the pay-per-views on. So, not that that's the most artistically interesting, you know what I mean? But either way, very, very cool. So, yeah. What are you rocking, Dave?
Whatever they gave me from work. So
yep.
I got a couple of Dells.
You got what?
A couple Dell monitors.
You got a couple of Dells. Those aren't half bad.
127-inch and 124-inch, I think.
And even like the ones that were lifted from my desk, they were Asus too, and I was really happy with the quality there. And even we have these HP Pro displays that I know the monitor that we send out to do the vMix and everything. That's one of those too. We have two of them here, and they, one I like just having multiple monitors that match beside each other because that drives me insane sometimes. Because I just kind of use what we can. Remember, I still had CRT monitors in the basement for the longest time when they were well past. But we do well with hand-me-downs around here. So let's give a shout out to our friends on Patreon supporting this show. Patreon.com/AwesomeCast. You can, of course, we have the live feed up over there. I think I forgot to post it, but it'll be up there eventually. You'll get the rest of the the Patreon support, the Patreon videos and everything like that over there. So thank you everybody that does support this show. At patreon.com/awesomecast, including executive producer Brian Crawford of the New Pittsburgh Exhibition, Cynthia Klosky, John Nagore, and Dave Podnar. Hey, Dave. Over there on the Patreon. You guys supporting the show, help us keep it going here from week to week and keep the servers spinning. So thank you everybody for your support. So Dave, jeez, where do I start with this? Dave,
that's never good to hear.
You sent a picture.
Yes.
You sent a picture in, and I saw one version of this picture before, but then I saw this. And that's definitely you as a
that's
Muppet.
Me. Yep, that's me.
And you are racing.
He even got my number right. He knows that
And
you can actually read the number on the bib there.
You can read the number on the bib. And so you're there. You're very Muppety. Looks like you're being followed up by a full-size Miss Piggy and Gonzo. And even the dog is a Muppet, actually. And there's the original for you. So it added a person and changed the position of the dog. That's really interesting, the choices it made. Dave, how did you do this?
Literally, I went to ChatGPT, uploaded it, and said, make the people in this photo Muppets.
I need to do this. I obviously need to do this.
So I mentioned last week how ChatGPT has the new backend for imaging.
Yes.
Well, it was so popular that they basically said, "Oh, we're pulling that back right now." So what they did is they said, okay, now we have the capacity, so we're going to roll it out again.
It was they limited it for free people, right?
Right.
Okay.
And literally the prompt was replace the people. Here, let me bring up my history here. Turn the people into Muppets and adjust the scene accordingly. That's all I said.
Okay. I want to do some experiment here. Give me a second here. So, but this is like, I know there was something where they were, they pulled back on it, but like they said that they were like, hey, please stop doing the images. Please stop doing the images. It's melding our servers or something like that.
Pretty much, yeah. Because everyone
really
wanted to try it.
But also they did let it loose on the free version. So I think that was a little bit of a mistake, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, the fact that they recognize the person behind me in yellow is a female.
Mm-hmm.
And so they used a female Muppet.
Mm-hmm.
Now, maybe they're not particularly happy with Miss Piggy. I don't know. I don't know those
That's
people.
okay. I'm sure they don't watch the show.
Exactly. They might. You never know. If they do, hi.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the weird person who did the pose.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and just a little background with the pose. This was a half marathon I ran this past Saturday, and that was around mile 9. And at that point, I was doing a lot of walking and jogging. And the person who was set up there to take photos kind of gave me a little look like, you're only walking, And so I said, okay. And I did a little pose there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when she took the picture. And I didn't know there were people behind me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming they just saw this guy all of a sudden stop and do a weird pose up in North Park. And then when they said, okay, it's updated, and one person did do the Muppet thing and it turned out really good. I'm like, I'll give it a try.
Oh my god. So I kind of did. I'm kind of doing something similar here.
Okay.
But I'm gonna hold on. I'm not done with this here. But I did something similar. I took one of my pictures and I asked it to make. Oh god. Well, apparently this is what I am as a Muppet. Jeez. It got the hair right. It didn't like grow my beard out or anything like that. So
no, it's got your ponytail.
It left, and it even cleaned up. It cleaned up the logo. Look at this thing. It cleaned it up, made it more boxy and everything. It redid what's spastic media.
You know what though? Given the fact that there was a cord in the middle there,
it made it up. It made it up because the original
it filled in. Yeah.
Yeah, the original is my pro picture. Well, no, the cord did not cover it.
No,
it just kind of interpreted it the way it wanted to.
Yeah.
So, I need to find more pictures. I'm gonna have so much fun with this, guys. Oh geez. Oh no, this is gonna be the rest of the show now. This is. Turn everyone into Muppets. Okay, we're gonna do that and see what happens. Katie, have you played with any of this yet? You got the ChatGPT, right? Are you?
I'm waiting for you to look at your texts.
Oh no! Where are you at?
I took a photo with me and my lightsaber from outside.
Hold on a second. Okay, there you go. That's wonderful. That is wonderful.
Oh, that makes me so happy.
I just put a wrestling poster in there to see what happens.
Oh my.
There's a wrestling poster that I thought was really good from this past weekend, and it's got a lot of people in it. It's one of those just like here's all the wrestlers kind of posters, but it's really well done. So I'm gonna see what this does too. Oh my God, this is.
Now, I did notice since I'm on the free one, maybe I don't know if it is up because I'm on the free one. It takes a while.
It took a little bit. So from when you started talking is when I uploaded the picture. So a while. I'm sure it's probably a little quicker than that, right? So also these things load. Like I'm on dial-up. Have you noticed this?
Yes.
Like
there was an error.
I got the old sexy reveal thing happening
Yeah.
here as it generates.
At first.
You know, it's better than
Nope.
what was
And
what
my request I just tried another request and it timed out, so I'm going to try it again.
Oh, the first peek. This looks amazing. Oh no. I'm doing this to every poster I receive for a show coming up. There's a show this weekend. I'm going to Muppetize this poster and just put it out there. Oh my God, this is amazing.
Now I'll say this.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember who owns the Muppets?
Uh-huh.
Disney, and they sue everybody.
So that'll be interesting because there's always been make this a Pixar style, the Studio Ghibli thing over the last week everybody was going crazy about, right? So like if you want to look like Spirited Away or something like that. Okay, let me just address this real quick before we move on. This is a really well done poster. I think Emily does this that it contributes a lot to, and it's already kind of like there's a lot of it's for Nick's Wild's Painted Black that we did Saturday night in the South Side here. Very good poster, good effects on it, and I just put it in there, and this is what it came up with. Sorry, audio people, but this is tremendous. This is absolutely tremendous. So I'm going to be sharing that with some people too. I think it's like, oh, it's so easy. Like, you should do that with everything now to get people's attention. Although, of course, everybody's going to be putting Muppet stuff out. You need to do it now before everybody's doing it, and then moving on from there. But man, oh man, I even got to one guy's name. Oh, he's got. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. So, Envy. It's got Envy Young's tattoos. It's got his star tattoos on his chest and everything. Oh my God, it's incredible. Oh my God. Okay, this is the best thing. This is the best thing ever.
And now this is also, unfortunately, to bring serious.
Okay.
Knows that it got the letters right.
It did. It really did. Well, it really just kind of transposed them in this case.
And not only right, but it's. I didn't get a good look. I thought it.
So it did transpose it, like it got the font, the interesting font, but it did like kind of rewrite the things on the bottom. But it's also text that wasn't like strange, right?
Right. Well, not only that, but it still says "paint it black" is what I mean, though. And it says Nick's Wild down below. That. And even got the eye being kind of unusual, as a drawing tool. That was an easy tip off of something was AI generated or not. Was the lettering's messed up, or it looks messy, or something's going on here. And the fact that we can't rely on that right now, we have to rely on context clues and thinking and doing a reverse Google images search. We now have to, go. I love the tool, but we have to remember all tools can be used for good and evil.
I'm about to do some evil. Anyways, because I'm gonna end up playing with this like all night. I'm gonna be just like pulling pictures of this thing during the Mayhem show tonight, probably. What does John Cena look like as a Muppet?
I just tried and I got a limit, and it said try back in an hour. So like I said, I don't know if that's because I'm on the free I have a lower limit.
I'm chalking about any of that up to you being on the free version. So make them Muppets. Don't mind me over here. Okay. Well, this is the kind of thing. This is that new image engine that's going. So, we've had so many problems before. I was talking, Katie, last week about how we were trying to make a version of you and Riz for like a special AI graphic for your play gameplay. What? Yeah, that thing. So, and like how like Missy got the room right, but like you still were a Barbie doll for some reason, as much as we could try. Now I'm really interested, as we, it's actually, anytime I put a picture in, it never seemed to really do much with it. It felt like it really kind of wholly ignored it and took concepts that was like, no, I want it to look like the person in the picture, not like that color shirt or something, right? So this pleases me that we're able to do this. Hey, take this picture, but do this is now a thing that is possible. And I'm kind of glad it's doing that, like, move down situation, because I remember, what was the one before ChatGPT that we always use? The one that was in the Discord. Oh, it's going to bother me.
It wasn't Dolly.
Not Dolly, the other one, but Dolly did this too, where it would show you
something or another.
Man, it's gonna bother me now. But
I'll look it up while you discuss that.
But it would show you as it was generating wholly. So as it was growing and turning, like faces were forming, they looked grotesque until you got there. So like, this is okay. You don't want to see Mid-Journey. Thank you so much. And I'm sure they're still rolling, but man, ChatGPT and everybody's kind of eating their lunch right now. So, but anyways, I'm really interested to see what happens, because the poster that it's generating is not the shape of the poster that I gave it. So it might reformat the entire freaking thing. So we'll see what happens with that. So anyways, awesome. Katie, you had a story in here.
Which one do you want? Do you want the calendar, or do you want my favorite April Fool's thing I found today?
Oh, do your April Fool's thing, I guess.
Okay, so go down. It's a Turner's in Eaton Park collab. It's
oh no.
You have to see it.
Yeah, we had to have at least one on here, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Oh
yep,
no.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
2 local companies. We got Turner's, we got Eaton Park. Eaton Park's ranch is, everybody's favorite ranch.
Mm-hmm.
And now we got milk, ranch milk.
It is a Turner style thing, bottle, and it's Eaton Park Ranch. They dipped some veggies in it and then took a swig. So there you go. Jeez, tell me about
so bad.
Tell me about your calendar.
All right, guess what, friends? It's April 1st. You know what that means? Cat Wars.
Cat Wars Day.
It's Cat Wars Day. It's Cat Wars Day. Okay, so as you'll remember,
last time on Cat Wars calendar.
Yes, at the beginning of the year, we started with Seek High Ground for a Path to the Light. February, we trained for this I Have Fuzzball. March, we were My Powers of Persuasion Are Catastrophic. And for April, we are Let's Go of the Dark and Hold On to Hope. That's not terrible, except like that poor guy. Ah! I'm not sure what's happening here.
Is the cat coming out of like the ground?
I think the cat's holding on for dear life.
It looks like it, and this cat's trying to knock them down. These are Getty images. I like that it tells me where they're from. But yes, so happy April. We're gonna let go of the dark and hold on to hope.
Interesting. So I love that it's cited. I don't feel there's a project that we worked on recently that is a printed book that includes a lot of AI work in it to make it happen, just, for time frames. I don't feel bad about it, knowing that calendar is everywhere and probably made a lot of money for that person. So, and at least they cited. That's good. That's awesome. Oh, geez.
Sorg, before you move on, the thing about Turner's, they do have really weird. I shouldn't say weird. They do put out unique either flavors of milk or their iced tea, including right now where they have a marshmallow mousse milk that's supposed to taste like the milk that's left over at the bottom of the bowl with a marshmallow cereal.
What the hell? So, you guys want another Muppet wrestling poster?
Of course.
All right, so
obviously
I'm going to give you the original. This is the original right here. This is RWA Spring Fling this Saturday. It's going to be live on IndieWrestling.us. Intern John's going to be a camera person on there, and that crew. And hey, you got your wrestlers. We got a clown guy. We got some ladies. We got general wrestler looking people going on here. How many are there? There's 4, 8, 9 people on this poster.
That is Rev in the back.
It is Rev. That's Rev.
Okay.
It's a horizontal poster, and then when we generated and said make them Muppets, I say, And then we got a vertical poster, and looks like about everybody. I love that this is Muppet Norm Connors. Oh my God, that is so good. I don't know what this guy with the tie is about. So
Is that the clown?
no, the clown's in the back here. So, but there's
Okay, I
like
see that,
another
yeah.
guy with a. I don't know if maybe somebody was wearing one in that picture.
I'm assuming that's Rev next to the clown guy.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God! I just realized we have Tony Kincaid coming up tonight. Who is this guy? Oh, that's Gianni. That's sorry. We're getting wrestling here. You know, there's the ladies. We made some decisions there. I presume this is the Rev in the background. But it got most of the words and everything. I just dropped that in that company chat, and we have one of the commentators / managers from that promotion on the show later tonight. I cannot wait to see where this goes. Anyways, oh man, you've opened a Pandora's box on this one.
Well, let me ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like I said, I'm timed out, so I can't try it. I'm wondering, for the other show, for Mayhem Mania.
Oh, I'm going to Muppet
If you
everything.
could-
Well,
if you
I'm
could
Muppeting
use it
everything.
for the matches.
For the match graphics. Oh man, yeah. There he goes. There he is. Yes. Yes. He's authentically licensed for VW Bug as well as part of this. Look at that.
Whoa.
Look at the rims. Yes. I'm all about this. You know, this is one of those, you won't know I won the library until you see me sitting in the middle of the studio playing with my 4 Transformers that are just interacting with themselves. It drives itself. Do their ones drive? I thought they just transform.
I think they just transformed.
Look at them go.
I don't think it drives.
No, they're showing it driving.
Oh,
no,
I see that,
they're
yeah.
showing gears, and it's Robeson.
Whoa.
And it's I mean, this is a fancy CG video right now that we're looking at, but and there he goes. He's gonna join the party. Fantastic. I love it. I love it.
Does it play music?
Yes.
I'm afraid to pull in
It does say. I went to the website for the company.
Mm-hmm.
It says realistic driving with hub servo and serving technology, classic Generation 1 Bumblebee with 1984 sounds and high gloss automotive finish.
1984 sounds, yes.
And it's on sale right now for pre-order.
Mm-hmm.
It is $350 off.
Mm-hmm.
So you can have it for only $949.
And it's probably the cheapest one.
And it's going to ship July to September.
Okay. Jeez. Fantastic. Fantastic. So what do you need? About $5,000 in order to get all of them? Like maybe they'll just release them all in a set. And why is he fighting Grimlock? He's in a punch battle with Grimlock. Anyways,
We're
yeah.
controlling with our phone?
I think the other ones were like that too.
Oh, and it says here, advanced walking algorithms make every step fluid and lifelike. So it will walk.
Fluid and lifelike.
And you can
Lifelike, just like the robot.
I like that they do have a studio component on the laptop that you can program movements with it too. So that's gonna be, somebody's gonna buy this thing and do something lewd with it. Of course. All right, what else we got here? We did the cat calendar. We do Muppets. So this was an interesting thing. Katie, you have a Nintendo Switch.
I do.
You ever are most of your games digital, or do you have the cartridge cards?
I probably have maybe 2 cartridge cards, but most of them are digital.
Okay. So, Nintendo allegedly solves digital game sharing in the weirdest way possible, according to Kotaku. I didn't know how weird this was. So the thing is, they basically alluded to that you will be able to digitally eject and digitally load into another Switch a game. So hypothetically, Katie, if I wanted to borrow your, let's say, digital copy of Animal Crossing, that you could lend it out to me, and then you would not be able to play it until it was returned from my console. They keep calling this a very strange very strange thing, or maybe it's something where, maybe it's a thing where like, man, I don't know. Like you have two Switches for some reason in a household, and you want to kind of swap them over. So like, I can see, like, I think it seems to make sense to me. And I don't know why they call this so weird. Maybe it's just a use case thing. Because usually writers on video game things are kind of using things in a different way than normal people do. So let's see. The game's new system will make digital games even easier to use. They say that Xbox already solved this problem, but I feel like the solution to solving this problem is you sign in on somebody's Xbox and then they have access to all your games, right? Like there's a home console kind of designation when you load these up. I noticed that because it asked me about that because I recently picked up a second Series S to put at the house, so I stopped moving it from back and forth when we want to do game nights when Riz and Katie. So I have a little bit of juggling there. There seems to be this alludes to, and I'm sorry I don't have one. This alludes to there's already a system in place for doing a version of this with the Nintendo Switch, they can continue doing the current game sharing feature. Katie, are you familiar with the current game sharing feature? Is that something that you've encountered or seen anything about on your console?
Mm-mm.
Like, I don't think
I have not.
I think we all presumed we couldn't do it on something like that, right?
Yep, one and done.
Yeah. So, either way, so that I think that was kind of interesting. I think that's pretty like. I'm gonna ask, you'll know I get a Nintendo Switch because I'm gonna ask all my friends to borrow their games, because they're freaking expensive. But anyways, so I thought that was an interesting read from Nintendo. Of course, they are going to have a Switch 2 digital, what they call their things, Direct. Nintendo Direct is going to be coming up soon, so it'll be a lot of things about the new games coming out for the new console. And I'll put this out there for anybody. Is now the time to get a Nintendo Switch, either the old or the new one? Typically back in the day, I would get a console when it was like on its way out and hope the games would get cheaper. But then again, I know the Nintendo is Nintendo, and that's not what happens. So, right? What do you say, Switch
for
user?
the holidays and buy it from Costco and Sam's Club?
Oh yeah,
buy the bundles. No, that seems to be like the only way you really kind of get something exciting like that, or like a decent amount off.
Yeah,
bundles.
Yeah, that seems to be the way. I mean, even like I was looking at the math when they're like, here's a Switch with Mario Kart. I'm like, you were literally just charging me the full price for Mario Kart with this bundle. I don't understand what the deal is. Yeah, are you just supposed to save something when you bundle this stuff together? So, either way, Nintendo's going to Nintendo, right?
Or have something exclusive.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Well, it's like if you buy this as a bundle, we're going to give you the special edition of the game that's only available if you buy it as a bundle. Instead of a saving. Do
they do that on Nintendo though?
I don't think Nintendo, but
like they maybe have some collector's editions of things like Zelda or something like that. But like I haven't seen a lot of their games. Again, not directly on it. Like I know, like. Paying twice as much for WWE, you get all the characters and the unlocks and everything, right? Or God, what was the other one? Like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat is the same thing. Like those are the only ones I kind of go crazy on. So, somebody's mad out there. I think the train's getting blocked. Anyways, but either way, hey, a shout out to our friends at Slice on Broadway. By the way, guys? I saw the trophy tonight. I saw the trophy. Listen. I go call these guys, and I hear yelling in the background. Tell Sorg he has to pay double tonight since we're champions. I'm just like, I was just calling to congratulate you guys. What are you talking about? But no, Slice on Broadway have been supporting this show for over 10 years in the Wrestling Mayhem show. They've been really, really awesome. But it was cool to see the news that Slice on Broadway is Pittsburgh's. Slice on Broadway wins world's best cheese pizza. And there it is. There's the guys. There's Rico and the gang. But yeah, they definitely had that. Oh no, I'm in a video now. Oh no, I'm in Talk Pittsburgh. What's happening? So yeah, they got this thing. They have this, and they also have the check sitting in there as well. They're just like, like I'm like looking at the trailer, like we got the check too. I'm like, did you have like a novelty? Like in my, I'm thinking the receipt, like the order check in my head, and I turn around and it's just a big, yeah. I don't know. I was in pizza mode at the time, I guess. So congratulations to them. They've won a lot of awards, but I think this is the biggest that they've done. So, and they got the trophy down there at the original Slice on Broadway here in Beachview. So go check that out if you want to see it. It's sitting right there on the counter. Can't miss it. Big plate. So congratulations to Rico and the gang with Slice on Broadway. Best cheese pizza. Hell yeah. So their pepperoni pizza is pretty good too. So, all right, guys. I think that's it. Anything else? Did I slip by anything else here in the stories?
Nothing in the stories, but there is one thing I do want to mention that on Saturday, on the 5th, when TikTok was banned and shut down for 24 hours back in January, it was extended out for a certain amount of time. The extension ends on Saturday on the 5th.
Okay.
So as of now, it could get extended again. They could announce a buyer for TikTok.
They're going to kick this
or
down the road.
They could say we're shutting it down again. But you're going to be hearing lots of stuff over the next couple of days about TikTok.
There has not been the fervor about it. There's a lot of other things to worry about right now. I've been inspired to do a 24-hour podcast again. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to care. You know what I mean? I think, and honestly, I don't think anything's going to happen. I think they got too many people on their side. You know, they're going to be like, yeah, don't worry about the law. You know, that says you can't be here. So,
I don't think there's going to be, but you're going to hear a lot of chain rattling. About stuff.
It's whatever.
So just to be on the,
it doesn't. To me, I don't think it matters anymore because you've had all of these creators. You know, they got the wake up call. Oh no, I can't depend on this, and the smart ones are on other platforms now, right? So they're probably less worried than they were 90 days ago about this. So like, I don't think this is, I would say it's not real, but I don't think it's going to be of any consequence, honestly. I'd be amazed if it was. So, but I don't know.
Yeah, and I'm hearing a lot of people say that after they went away and came back, a lot of the larger creators saying, there's just something different about the algorithm and things working differently.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, this is all those platforms, you know, they all misbehave, they all change. And this came along with that. There was, we don't know what was agreed to for them to be okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So on either side. So, but they're still there. I still use it. You know, it's part of the plan, but you know, we're obviously not leaning on it. I do appreciate doing live streams. I'm amazed at how many people we get. We get regularly whenever I put that thing up. I just put it on a post, and you can see the ring on Thursday nights while we're doing our training, and we'll get 2,000 people have tuned in. You know, so and they seem to be, you know, a good number of them are hanging out in there. I'm just like, guys, there's like a full featured feed over here on YouTube, but you're all sticking around here. Like I know it's a mentality of the users to want that kind of content, that raw content.
I'll say this also on 880. The announcers mentioned the YouTube chat. So I don't know if they have.
I literally don't know that you can hear the announcers because it doesn't keep the video
on the TikTok.
I have no idea what it looks and sounds like while we're live because we're too busy doing the show. Right.
Okay.
So, but you say you can hear the announcers. You hear them referencing.
Well, no. I'm saying on the YouTube.
Yes.
When I watch it on YouTube. So I'll go in the chat and I'll mention stuff in chat, and the announcers will mention the chat on YouTube. So that's why I'm thinking a lot of people don't go. I'm not, like I said. Why do all these people go? I don't know if there's a chat there that they that they can
There
do
is.
going
Oh,
live?
and there is. I mean, I don't know how many times I'll go. I don't know how many times after a long night doing some shows or whatever it is, I'll go sit on my porch, have a beer, pull up my TikTok, and I flip through for a while, and there's a wrestler, Tad Jarvis, there, and I was like, "You MFer, you're always on and being weird." When I'm on the TikTok and I mess with them for a little bit in the chat. So, but that's what they want. I mean, TikTok is kind of like the Twitch thing. If you ignore people on Twitch, the reason a lot of things don't do well on Twitch because you're not paying attention. Because even if we had the Twitch stream open here, and I have it in a tab over here, and like anybody that gets into it literally wants you to acknowledge them personally, and that's not what we're doing. It's not a game chat where you give shout outs or something like that, right? Like where you're conducting a show. We can't do that, without, it making sense, even if you're on commentary for a show. And it happens on YouTube because you get a lot of regular people and you get shout outs from there. But, I mean, that's at least my observance of what happens there. TikTok's very similar, it seems, where if you're there and get a, hey, so-and-so, it'll bring people in. So, but in this case, I don't think it's happening with TikTok. I mean, I guess they do, but again, I don't know how much you can hear it. It's right by them. It's right above the computer that is all the chat rooms for YouTube and Twitch. But I don't know. Just playing with them, seeing what the algorithm does. Just push content and see what happens. So and move from there. Right, Katie?
That's all you can do.
Yeah, that's all you can do. How does this behave this week? Yep. So, anyways, Katie, you're the katiedudas.com for all your Katie Dudas needs. Things. There you go. You'll be going to California this weekend.
Yes, I will be. I'll be in California.
We have I have an update that the gun case will be in tomorrow for us to ship our lightsabers. So, very excited to explain that to TSA.
Can't wait.
So, looking for we're doing Star Wars night again.
Yeah, can't wait. I'm excited about that part.
Are you dressing as, what was that, an Anakin outfit you had last week or last year?
Yeah, I'll probably bring that again.
I have a Jedi outfit that I did try on, and the pants fit. I'm good to go. And I understand one of our friends will be an Ewok. So I want to see how that works out. So, and then next year, if we go again, I will be the tallest Jawa.
Ooh.
Perhaps. So, Dave Podnar, iPhoneography podcast.
Yep. Prof Prod pretty much everywhere on the internet. Mm-hmm. Doing photography, running, various other things.
Sorgatron on all these social medias. If you want to hear more of me talking about wrestling production, you can go over to on the YouTube and the Triple B experience. I've got this linked as well. But I had a nice hour and 20-odd minute conversation with Bubba Brewer over there. He does a lot of wrestling and Steelers podcasts, actually, over there. So he might be worth a follow for you guys. The Triple B experience for, I don't know, it's Bubba Brewer. What was the other B? I can't remember what the other B is. Maybe I'll ask. Maybe it's on the logo. I don't know. But we had a good conversation about that. That was a lot of fun. So go check that out. We got it linked so you can go, go check that out and learn more about video production for professional wrestling and what I really think about the professional wrestling scene here in Pittsburgh. I'm gonna get, I'm sure I pissed somebody off, but hey, it's fun to do that on somebody else's show. And of course, we'll be in California for SAE Aero Design. Hot news is. We're doing it's going to be kind of a low end, it's not going to be highly produced, but we are going to be live streaming. We're going to have a live streaming camera on the sidelines of SAE Air Design. This is going to be Saturday from 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. Pacific time, and then 8 a.m. till noon or so Pacific time Sunday. So Saturday and Sunday, plus the awards ceremony as we usually do there. So if you want to go see what it's like, to see some planes doing some stuff and see how we're doing on live stream, go tune into that. That should be on the SAE University Programs YouTube channel. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And, it's California, and it looks like it's not going to be a monsoon this time so far. Knock on wood. But it's going to be 80 degrees, so that's going to be a shocker here. So looking forward to that. Thank you. And thank you, intern John, for helping out on the back end for the socials and everything in the chat room as we go here. And shout outs to my mom in the chat room, who's pretty sure the stuff I was doing with the Muppets she can't do on her phone. Actually, you can. You just have to sign up for a $20 a month service like I do for work. So anyways, mom should not be using AI for her work because she's in charge of plans for buildings that people have to be in. I think that's a bad idea. So, I have not seen practical applications for AI and CAD drafting yet, but I'm kind of curious if they exist. Is Autodesk messing with AI, perhaps?
You know what? I can.
Oh, you froze. You froze
there
up.
Definitely is, just because.
What's that?
There we go. Am I back?
Yes.
There we go. I was about to say, I can guarantee you definitely there is something in AI for CAD, just in terms of maybe converting it into a 3D realistic model.
Well, you know what, Dave? We're going to go check that out on the Patreon, and you guys can check it out at patreon.com/awesomecast, and we'll do some live research for you. Thank you, everybody. You have been our awesome audience. Have an awesome week. This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at Sorgatron.